Hey everybody, Bob with Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Council Bluffs, here with my brother Brent. See you, my friend. We're going to talk a little bit about his experience here. Cool. All right, to start, I guess just introduce yourself, relevant martial arts background, and sharing what additionally sparked your interest in coming to train with us.
So kind of like with probably a bunch of people, I started out like in Taekwondo, doing that, and just did that for a little bit. And then when I fast forward a few years, when I started wrestling, I really enjoyed wrestling and sort of the grappling aspect of that. So I really wanted to continue that after high school.
Awesome.
So it was a lot of fun.
Awesome. What were your first impressions on your first day here during your 10-day trial?
I really liked the linear teaching. I really liked the structure of how when we come in, we kind of do some warm-ups. We learn that we get shown a technique, and then we get to execute that technique with our training partners, and just repetition, building that muscle memory.
Exactly. So what's one of the most significant things that you learned during the trial period?
I remember our initial consultation when we came in here, and we were rolling on the mat a little bit. And you said, "Hey, show me a mount escape." And so I showed you the mount escape that I knew. And you're like, "Hey, let's go ahead and go this way. If I show you this, this, and this, there's reasons why we do it this way." And I really like that. That kind of really opened my eyes to the Gracie system.
The little details that really make the big difference, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep, definitely. Can you share a moment during your trial period that made you decide to continue with us? Was there a specific moment?
I wouldn't say there was a specific moment, but just everything that we were doing, the way that you taught, the training partners were just fantastic. Awesome. And it was just kind of a conglomeration of everything at the same time.
Sweet. How would you describe the community or atmosphere here?
Oh, it's great. It's people are here. They're wanting to learn. They're wanting to do the technique right. They're not about hurting each other.
Right.
It's all about getting the technique down and having a good time.
Exactly. Perfect. How has Gracie Jiu-Jitsu influenced your self-defense mindset?
Yeah, so when let's go back to when we did the mount escape. When I did a mount escape where I just left my face completely wide open, because I was just focused on that sport jiu-jitsu escape, and you're like, well, hey, stop right here. Your face is open. I can punch you right in the face. So I was like, oh, okay. So we actually got to think about real world application with this, and that's what Gracie does. It's really great.
Yeah. So far, what's been your favorite technique or move? Like, what's really kind of sparked you from a technique standpoint?
I really enjoyed the triangle choke that we worked on.
Yes.
The way I used to get into it was just different, and it was sort of like a Hail Mary kind of thing. But when it was taught step by step, it's like, hey, this works. This is good.
Except throwing up your legs and just hoping to catch something. Actually, like doing it step by step. Cool. What excites you most about continuing your journey with us?
Man, really learning these techniques, learning the combatives, going through that. And I really like the gi jiu-jitsu a lot. So that's really what's going to keep me coming back here too. And I mean the teaching, the camaraderie we have here, all of that is going to keep me coming.
Awesome. And then lastly, what would you say to somebody who's thinking about it and might be nervous? Maybe they haven't trained at all before, maybe have limited or other training. What would you tell them?
Yeah. Well, I've been talking to a lot of my friends right now about it. So I just tell them, it's not about going in there and getting tossed and just getting smoked by higher ranked belts. We're all in here. Most of us are the same rank in all of our classes, so it's all about learning the technique, doing it right, and just having a good time.
Sweet. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.